Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1Game1Life. My name is Typo, and this is Baldur's Gate 3, Part 16. And we ended on a hell of a cliffhanger last time. What is happening in this camp? I'm gonna leave the Karlach and Will for last, because that shit's dramatic. Shadowheart?
Karlach's temper is a sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
Oh, wow.
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
Want to talk about all that's happened to us?
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
I'm really starting to look at Shadowheart as a romance option, too. She's been with us from the beginning, even in the tutorial. I still think you're keeping something from me.
This again. You're persistent, I'll give you that.
She's gonna let me run this back? We can't afford to keep secrets from each other. What are you hiding? That's a 18, though, that we need. I'll try it. Oh, it's a 15 now. Is it going down as she likes us more? Oh, and we hit it? What? That's nutty.
You're not going to let this go, are you? You might wish you had. I worship Shah, the mistress of the night. It is my holy mission to oppose Selûne, her teachings and her followers. It hurts. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
Hard to trust someone who's holding out on me. You could have told me. How long are you going to keep the secret? I didn't agree to join up with a Shah worshiper. I don't care who you worship. We have bigger problems. This could be taken two different ways. It could be like, I don't care, you're fine. Or it could be, you think I care about you? You could have told me. How long are you going to keep this secret?
Forever, ideally. And you assume too much about what I can and cannot tell. Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It is our code, our creed, our shield. I even keep secrets from myself. I had my memories suppressed, so that nothing I know could be used against the Dark Lady. Once I prove myself, my memories will be restored.
Wow. That's a lot.
I kept this from you. Not one bit. Though, perhaps that might change. If you can show an open mind.
Try a little more honesty going forward. I don't know how I feel like this. Thank you for telling me, at least. Thank you for telling me, at least.
Don't thank me. I'm breaking Lady Shah's teachings just by doing so. But sometimes you have to be practical.
Uh-huh. Why were you in pain before? Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
Is it when you're going against her teachings, maybe? What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Okay. Why would she subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
Okay. How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it.
Right.
Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Okay. I'll let her drop that, sure. I want to get to know you more, Shadowheart. I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
I have no problems with Shar worshippers if that's what concerns you. I can try this. Hold up. No! That did not just take all those options away from me. I was just trying to guide myself first. No way it takes away that option for good.
May the darkness protect you.
Okay, there we go. Good.
Sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Hopefully this is low. I have no problem with Shar worshippers if that's what concerns you. Difficulty class 5 with guidance? Come on, you've got that, Bear Rock! Ah, that's plenty! We'll take a 9! We'll take that! That's plenty.
Very well.
Approves.
Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Very appealing to go by your side. It's heard Shar worship is very vilified by many, forbidden outright in parts. Honestly, your faith is your own concern. I won't judge one way or the other.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
Yeah, as long as you're not making me try to worship her, that's fine. Truly connect. Oh, shit. I want to get to know you more, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What drew you to Shar worship?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother.
That's a big one.
She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Okay. Tell me something about yourself besides Shar and besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
That's exactly what I meant. Can't swim. That's good to know. Never been swimming. You'll have to point out night orchids to me if you ever pass some.
It's a deal.
Anything else you care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Alright. Sounds good. All that's happened to us.
What's on your mind?
Does she still have more to say? How am I holding up?
Does it even need to be asked? We're beyond me merely liking you. I think I'm a different person, owing to you.
Dude, this progressed quickly! Damn! Okay. Truly connect. Oh, shit. Well, now, okay, we have an option with Shadowheart to truly connect, perhaps. Hey, Scratch. Hey, Scratch. Astarion, what's going on, man?
Yes.
You had that book. Well, nothing? Really? But that book. Blazel?
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
Okay. You said I've earned your respect. Why are you so rude all the time? Do not make more advances on me, please.
If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the undying queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, To survive every beast I face and every wound I bear.
Okay. Very nice. That was the kind of information I was hoping for, actually. Gale, what's up, my man?
What's on your mind? Apart from finding me an artifact to consume, which I assume you're pursuing with the appropriate urgency.
I think I have a magical artifact you'll be interested in.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Okay. It's fine for now, I guess. I don't need all these things. I might give them this, to be honest. This is really good, but if they don't continue hitting an enemy each turn, they can go mad and start hitting anybody, including allies. Which also means I don't have control over them, so that makes this completely unusable, just about. And it doesn't sell well, either. We'll give them that. We'll give them Shattered Flail.
Thank you.
Gale approves. Hopefully he won't need another one for a while.
It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. But this doesn't feel quite right. It never feels right, but it relieves. This doesn't relieve. Oh.
Are you, Gale, what's happening?
The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle. The fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think.
Okay. Gale's having
Thank
issues.
you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Okay. Relationship is good. Character approves of the avatar. Relationship is good. Character approves of the avatar. Okay. We're making friends out here. What can I say? I guess now we talk to Will and Karlach. I'll talk to Will last because he's had a huge change.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He's a good man, maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was. Hey, soldier.
Yo. Want to talk about your infernal engine?
Old Rusty? Sure.
How'd you end up with such a contract? Okay, we already know that, kind of. Sounds like all we need to do to fix your engine is find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
Frosty Pines. What does it do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be pent up. Whoa.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But
There you go.
not today.
Yeah, that's tough, actually. Okay, so he did have arcane hunger, and now he doesn't. That's good to know.
What's on your mind?
Want to talk about your infernal engine again, I guess?
Rusty? Sure.
Did we not talk about everything? How'd you end up with a contraption in your chest?
10 air. The place? Sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus.
Uh-huh, yep.
She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years.
And demons, I bet.
The stories I could tell.
Damn good in combat, though. You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash.
I read about him.
Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie.
Yeah, he's doing illicit weapons right now or whatever.
Everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job, a good job, with people I liked, doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter.
Of course not. You were level 3.
Me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Mm-hmm. Think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Alright. Thank you, Karlak. Now for the man of the hour, Will, who may now actually full-on be a devil.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Say failed Arcana. You've been turned into a devil. What'd you expect? She's a devil, hardly the paragon of honesty.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
What are the terms of your pact?
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed.
He did it in a moment of... he needed
All I
it.
can give you on that is my solemn word.
Okay. If he still feels it was worth it, then I guess he's alright.
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
Yeah, Strauss set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke.
Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. You see, Grand Duke Ravengard is my father.
Damn, really?
I know I have.
What a twist.
Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
I knew this in the back of my mind. Ravengard's son left the gate. I recall some few things about the gate, but Ravengard having a son is news to me. Yeah, I don't remember much. I'm the Dark Urge. We lost our memories.
Yours truly. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. I can't tell you more. The pact forbids it. My lips are quite literally sealed. He made me an exile. That said, I'm not about to let him suffer at the hands of his captors.
What do you think the Drow want with your father?
I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
Why shouldn't he keep secrets? He wasn't keeping it a secret. We didn't ask.
I'm all for it.
That's a weird thing to say. What was it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur, stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Okay. Good wine. I'll toast to that.
Here, here. Though, truth be
Will
told,
approves.
I'd sooner down a week-old hooch at a ramshackle inn. Better company and a better buzz.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Gods, but you're hideous. Fiend has been touched by the hells. I see the blade of frontiers, no more and no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the blade of frontiers again.
There you go, Will. He's doing his thing. You should get out of the pact, maybe, but I'll let you do that. Okay. There was so much to do, and every day we go to camp, there's so much to do. And also, something I want to do is I want to respec Shadowheart.
Get on with it. Onward.
Let's go to Withers here. I don't need that trickery domain, to be honest. It's not doing it.
Another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Alright, can you help me change my class for 100 gold?
As thou desire.
Worth. Alright, this is our first time doing something like this. Well, I still want you to be a cleric. Here we go. Okay. Life domain? Disciple of Life. 2+ the spell's level. Additional healing. Light Domain, Warding Flare. Use the reaction to impose disadvantage on an attacker. Okay, cool. Command and Sleep are good. Nature Domain. You learn a Druid cantrip and become proficient in animal handling, nature, or survival. Animals and animal friendship. Okay. Always prepared. This is the one I think I want to use, is Tempest. War Domain has War Priest. You can spend a War Priest charge to make an additional attack as a bonus action if you make an unarmed weapon attack. Shield of Faith and Divine Favor. Tempest Domain gives us Thunder Wave for getting things away from us. Fog Cloud. Wrath of the Storm. Strike back at an attacking creature, potentially dealing 2 to 16 lightning damage, so 2d8. On a failed saving throw, you deal half of a 2 to 16 thunder damage roll. What? I don't understand. Does that mean on a succeeded saving throw? Like if we don't do the full amount, we still do half the amount? Oh, on a failed saving throw that they make, you also deal half of that lightning damage and thunder. Oh. Interesting. Okay. They can use heavy armor? Can we? Wait. She can use heavy armor if she's a Tempest Domain? I didn't even know that. Some of these can wear heavy armor. And she gets martial weapons. What? So she can use real weapons too. This is an all-around win. Yes, Tempest Domain, please. Cantrips, produce flame, blade ward. For 2 turns, take half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. So it's like the rage bonus, but only for 2 turns. Though it is a cantrip, which isn't bad. She doesn't need Thaumaturgy, yeah. Sacred Flame, Guidance, Resistance. I've used this on occasion, but I think we'd be better off with Blade Ward. There will be times where we're going to make sure she doesn't take too many hits. We can we can redo abilities, too! Even the +2/+1s! Bro, what? Wait, this is huge, actually. I don't need her to be good in melee. That's 100% not what she's going to do. Because I think I also want to make her a sorcerer along with a Tempest Cleric. Like a Storm Sorcerer, Tempest Cleric kind of thing. She's not going to need any dexterity either. Because I'm going to put her in heavy armor now. What? That's crazy that she's going to be able to wear heavy armor. So she doesn't need any dexterity. She just needs to not have negative dexterity. Absolutely pump the Constitution to 16. Her Wisdom needs to be jacked. Yeah. I guess we could raise her dexterity. No? Do we want high charisma with her? Could do 17 wisdom. What's her saving throws? Wisdom and charisma saving throws. Okay. Well, okay, if we did do the charisma then, that would make her +4 at charisma saving throws and +5 at wisdom saving throws. I don't know how common charisma saving throws are, to be honest. But that's fine. That way we have all even numbers and no wasted ability points. Skill proficiencies. She's going to have religion and insight no matter what. Medicine and history is fine, because we're not going to be... She's not going to be facing, so we don't need high persuasion. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. History, religion, insight, and medicine. Dude, that's sick. That's so cool. Confirm the new Shadowheart. We need to get her some heavy armor. And now we level her up again through the levels. I am still going to get her to level 4 cleric, I think, before we start going sorcerer. So no sorcery yet. Okay. So Destructive Wrath. This is why Tempest Cleric is kind of hot. I didn't even know about the heavy armor and stuff. When you roll thunder or lightning damage, you can choose your channel. You can use your channel divinity to deal maximum damage instead. So if we have like a 3d10 lightning or thunder attack, we can choose to do 30. We roll the maximum 3d10, 10 on all dice, 30 damage. That's enormous, especially on some AoE moves. That's so good. Turn undead, that's not worth it. It's all about the destructive wrath, yeah. Yeah, and she's gonna be way healthier now that we pumped her constitution up too. Her stat spread's way better. Do we spend 100 gold on everybody to, like, top everybody off? I don't know anymore. That might be smart. Okay. Prepare spells. Okay, create or destroy water. Call forth rain or destroy a water-based surface. So, being wet makes them vulnerable to electricity. But I don't know. Is it vulnerable, like, extra damage vulnerable? I'm gonna grab that just in case. You are now I cannot be targeted until you attack or harm a creature. Can still be hit by area spells. That's actually really good. Healing word. We don't need inflict wounds. We want prayer healing. We want cure wounds. We want that's a level 1 apparently. Enhance ability could come in handy when we really, really need it. Silence, blindness. Is that the only level 2 we want? It's just those two? And then cure wounds, healing word, create water, and guiding bolt. Yeah. I mean, we need guiding bolt. We can't not have guiding bolt. That means there's no room for sanctuary now. Still, if... We'll test it out. If this only makes it so that lightning and thunder, like for example, does max damage, then we don't need it. Because we have channel divinity for that. But if it makes them vulnerable as in they take extra damage, then imagine them being vulnerable so they take extra damage and then you roll maximum damage. That's just too good. We gotta try it. Maybe we don't need cure wounds instead. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna go with that. Healing word, sanctuary, guiding bolt, create and destroy. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Level 3. Sorry we're taking time on this. Like a lot of time on this. Cleric level 4. Gained a cantrip and a new feat. We'll be able to get Sacred Flame back now. Now we can have 7 spells prepared, so Cure Wounds is back on the market. Perfect. We didn't even need to do all that thinking. It was pretty straightforward at the end of the day, it looks like. Wait! When we make her a sorcerer, is Charisma gonna be her main trait? Shit. Maybe there was a good reason to make more charisma there. Hopefully not. Hopefully she can keep using wisdom, but might not. Advantage on saving throws and maintain concentration. You can also reuse a reaction to cast Shocking Grasp at a target moving out of melee range. Interesting. Heavy Armor Master. No. You regain full hit points each time you take a short rest. Whoa. Look at that. Mage Slayer. I could see us taking Tough or Warcaster. Spell Sniper. You learn a cantrip and the number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking is reduced by 1. That is not at all what Spell Sniper used to do. Used to be able to attack with spells from up to like 300 feet away. But I guess they couldn't really balance that in this game, could they? Could do Tough to keep her on the field longer. Could do Warcaster to maintain concentration better. Could do Wisdom, just making her a better caster in general. Let's do this, because concentration can be pretty important. And she's got good con now, too. So, like... not as good as it could be, clearly. But pretty good. I'm kind of wishing now we had put more points in con instead of the charisma, and then could done resilient constitution, but I think this is fine. See, this is advantage on saving throws, but if we just put points into constitution, then not only is she +1 at constitution saving throws instead of having an advantage, which is admittedly worse, she also just has more health. Though not, admittedly not by a ton. Let's go with the Warcaster. I'm gonna try it. Shocking Grasp is also a lightning attack, conveniently, so we can choose it to do the maximum 8 if we needed to. That is funny. Yeah, let's do Warcaster. There she is. And she is ready to go.
Still alive.
Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, if we want to do a respec, 100 gold, and you can do a lot of work with that. And then next level up, I'm probably going to want to make her a sorcerer. Astarion, Astarion, you're good. I mean, maybe your stats I could re-envision. Let me see. Yeah, the odd numbers we could probably redo. You don't need some of these stats, to be honest. Could use more constitution. Damn, do we actually do this? And while the sharpshooter has been pretty big, it's so hard for him to hit targets already sometimes that maybe sharpshooter wasn't the best play and more dexterity for more would have been the call. Because dexterity helps him with sleight of hand. It helps him with stealth. It helps him with attack rolls. It helps him with damage by 1. Maybe we also redo Astarion while we're here. Man, we're spending a lot of time in camp today. Sorry about that.
Hello, John.
Ah, another. Thy name
Oh my god. This episode might be basically this,
in thy camp,
which is pretty crazy.
for whenever thou hast need of my services. As thou
100 gold. Okay, we did it. We're committed. Rogue? Definitely still rogue. Okay, 16 dex. 16 con. And a spare ability point that doesn't fit anywhere, really. Getting advantage on... Like, if we got resilient strength or resilient wisdom could be good. Eventually, one day. Look at those skill proficiencies, dude. Yeah, that's pretty good. We don't need persuasion. He's never the one talking. Let's do insight. No. Investigation? Yeah, maybe that's better. Because he's never doing the persuading, so we don't need to worry about that. Sleight of hand and stealth ×2, that's good. And then when we hit level 4, we can give him 18 dexterity. I think that's the play here. Yep, I think that's it. Now he'll be a healthier dude, too, because he'll have more con. And the sharpshooter was a good idea, and it's still not a bad idea, but... Rogue level 3. We're gonna make him an assassin, of course. Because assassin was damn good. Uh-huh. Yeah, the fact that you can restore your action, bonus action at the start of combat after attacking something, that's so nice. Assassin Astarion. And then level 4, instead of giving him sharpshooter, we're going to give him 18 dexterity, because that just makes him better across the board at everything Astarion does. Okay, and then Astarion's set, and he's got 35 HP as well. Got some healthy party members now. We're looking really good. Alright, 40 camp supplies. Oh no. Can I sort by weight? We have so much junk. We have so much junk. This cheese is super heavy. Let's take half the cheese. That's 30. Okay. And then... some salami. 4 to 7 damage. You can hit people with salami! Oh my god! That's a game changer! Pork loin. Some wine, of course. Not all the wine, guys. Come on. Think it through. We'll drink 1 Frostkiss Ale. And then we just need 1 more point from something. What's worth 1 point? A singular point. Or we can just go over by 1, I guess. Aren't red berries worth 1? Yeah, raspberries. There. Full rest. Oh god, don't kill somebody in your sleep again.
Can't chase the thoughts of that poor girl you killed from your head. You wonder what she looked like as she died. Squirming, skewered in abject agony.
Sigh dreamily at the fantasy.
You would have given anything to have seen it. As you jolt awake, too many questions plague you. When the proud deed of her death was yours, why do you have no recollection of it?
What is happening?
Lord, jubilant day. I have found your vile self at last.
found your vile self at last.
Celeritas fell. Your loyal and ever adoring Butler. I followed you, my dear rotted master. We have been parted so tragically long.
Someone respected my godlike depravity. What in the hells do you mean you're my butler?
Oh, one hell of a butler.
Haha.
The most
That's a quote.
unprincipled servant you could hope for. You have always struggled to conduct yourself properly without me. I found you following the stench of that bard. She reeked across the coast like a piece of dog muck on the road.
I can still smell her gore too. What a fair perfume. Did you cause me to kill her? I didn't kill her. It happened while I was asleep. It was bliss to kill her in front of everyone. I can still smell her gore too. What a fair perfume.
My. We will be reintroducing necrophilia to your show
No.
in no time.
No. We can pass that on that
I
though.
come once again bearing a part of your dreadful inheritance. You earned this iniquitous prize through your great show of exceptional violence the other night.
We get prizes for exceptional
I'm sure
violence?
Master will be better soon. A fellow of your fine breeding is never down for long. I cannot wait until your next act of shameless barbarity.
Scleratus fell. Neither can I. This prize isn't from my tadpole, is it? Tell me everything about my past life.
Though I would love to regale you with your past triumphs, I cannot. I am forbidden to interfere. Our betters will not allow it. Be true to
Our
yourself,
betters.
my lord.
What is happening? Karlach still burning from the soul coin. Multi-classing. This advanced feature allows you to build powerful combinations of classes at the expense of higher level class features. You can only level up one class at a time. Okay. Did we not have access to multi-classing until just now? Because it's day 4. Karlach's no longer on fire. Soul coin's done. What did we just get? I'm not seeing anything. He gave us dreadful inheritance. White flutter parasite specimen. The Deathstalker mantle. Shadow itself. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy, shroud yourself in primeval darkness to become invisible for 2 turns? What? Dramatic red cape. Do I want to be invisible for 2 turns when I kill something? I can't tank if I'm invisible, can I? Huh. Oh my god, wait. Can Astarion wear that? Because if Astarion can wear that, imagine the assassination potential. Oh, hell yeah. And it changes color to suit the wearer, it looks like. The shadow itself. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy, shroud yourself in primeval darkness to become invisible for 2 turns. That's so dope. And we got that for our dark urges. What are you doing, Astarion?
You feel its connection, its longing to be opened, to share its secrets. You open the book to the first page, with its shifting glyphs and strange whispers.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay. Alright. Say no more. Wisdom saving throw. I can be ready. Didn't we give him an odd number? We did. So at level 8, admittedly, at level 8 is really far away. At level 8, we could give him Resilient Wisdom. Or we could just do a level 2 spell slot with Shadowheart and give him Enhance Ability. Okay, we did get Shatter and Gust of Wind just because we are a Tempest Cleric, which is great. Because those are great abilities. Those are fantastic abilities. Oh, I feel like we're crazy set up right now to do some damage out in the world. Hell yes! Look at this. Look how good this party looks, man. Man, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really, really good, and I'm really feeling that. Okay. Sorry that the whole episode took place in camp, but I feel like we did a lot of really good stuff today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. And if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. Either way, thank you so much for joining myself, the Dark Urge Bear Rock, Shadowheart, Astarion, and Karlach in our journey. It's been fantastic, and I can't wait for more. I'll see all of you again next time.